Hello, everybody. How are you? So excited to be here. Woo. This is the weekly quantum energy healing. I have a story to tell you. Amazing story. It's a story about being connected to spirit or your guides or whomever it is that you're working with, and how it feels or how it can look. And so I'm going to tell you this because it's amazing. It's an amazing story, and I just want to show you. So my son, hi Wade, how are you? So nice to see you here. Yay! My son came home sick on Friday. He was sick all weekend, and then on Sunday night he was like good, and I was like thinking, oh good, he's going to school Monday, blah blah blah. Nope, he got sick. He was not feeling well. So I went to lay down with him, and this is what happened. I usually listen to podcasts or things that really interest me while I'm falling asleep or while I'm putting him to sleep. And I've gone to YouTube, and I came across this woman. Her name is Barbara O'Neill. She is a naturalist, or I don't know if that's what you call it, but someone who uses natural things to heal the body. And I was just listening to it, right? And she's talking about using onions, chopped onions on the bottom of the foot to stop a cough. And I'm like, that's interesting, blah, blah, blah. I'm listening. And then she continues to go on her thing, and she's talking about putting this steamed onion on the ear to relieve an ear infection. I'm listening to all this. As soon as I finish that, my son starts coughing. This is the middle of the night. It's like 12:30. And I'm like, yes, I know. I when I listen to something that really interests me, I just keep going. So he starts coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing, and he's getting like this attack, this coffee attack, when you get upset and you cry and all the things. And we're giving him this and we're giving him that, the honey, the blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, I'm gonna do the onion. Okay, notice this person just jumped on my feet, and I started listening to it. I was not looking for it, and it sounded interesting, it sounded really good, and I listened really carefully. So I go down, I chop this onion, I put it on the bottom of his foot, I wrap it up with paper, with plastic, and then I put a slack on it to keep it. And the lady's going, oh yeah, it's gonna stop right away. He coughed for another maybe 2-3 minutes, then he stopped. Slept through the night, most of it. I was like, and I'm sitting there on bed with this big smile saying, thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Oh my God, how does it get any better than this? Why? Because it's like they knew you're going to need this, so you better listen. Okay, I'm listening, and here it is. And then I took action. I actually did it, and I saw for myself that it actually worked, right? I mean, how amazing is that? Look her up. Her name is Barbara O'Neill. If you want to look into other ways of using home stuff to heal yourself. So it was amazing. So he's sleeping, and I'm going, yes, this is awesome. 4 o'clock in the morning, wakes up again. My ear! Kid you not. And I'm looking at him like, I have no words. I just heard the lady talk about putting this onion to relieve the ear infection, and here's my child with an ear infection. What? This is exactly how your guides have your back, how you are connected, how you are listening, how they're helping you, right? Because a lot of people get stuck in the part of like, oh, I had a terrible night, I didn't get any sleep, which is also true, by the way, for me. And my son got sick, and we focus on that. And then we're like, why are these things happening to me? Why do I have to go through this hardship? Why is this like so difficult for me? Instead of noticing that, oh my gosh, they knew this was going to happen, and they're giving me the solution right before, so that when it does happen, I have it and I can use it, right? How does it get any better than that? So it was amazing. And so I did all of these things. He was good. He did not like the onion on the ear because he thought it was difficult to hold. And anyway, that's a different story. But it was an amazing way. And the whole time I'm like smiling and saying, wow. Now, it doesn't stop there, my story. Um, so then he had this ear infection and he was in actual lot of pain. So I took him to the doctor yesterday, and I'm running around, and so I come home to get him to go put him in the car, and I go to put him in the car, and what happens? I dislocated my knee. I know, I'm laughing. This has happened to me before. It's obviously an old trauma. It had not happened for over 8 years. So since I was pregnant with Peter, before I was pregnant, it had never happened again. This happened. I was stressed. All of these things were happening. So I fall, right? If you ever dislocated like a joint, it's like extremely painful. So I fall right outside. I'm in pain. I hurt both my knees because I fell. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm going, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm good. Because thankfully my knee came right back in. It didn't like stay out. Thank goodness. So it wasn't a big deal. But I took him to the doctor, came back, whatever. But because I went straight to the doctor to take him, because that's I was taking him to his appointment, I did not get to ice it. So what do you think happened? My knees blew up by the time I came back, and then I was exhausted. He was exhausted. Put ice on it, and took a nap, whatever. Um, this whole time, because I had like an amazing, great breakthrough yesterday. A lot of the stuff that happened for me yesterday and this weekend actually brought up all wounds, and I was able to put them together. I was able to be like, wait, I haven't had this since this time. When was the first time it happened? Oh, I was in seventh grade, the first time it happened. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm from Chile, and my family immigrated here to the States right after I finished seventh grade. And seventh grade was a tough year for me, but I didn't realize it. And we left, right, as immigrants. So we had to like leave everything, like friends, schools, everything. We couldn't tell anybody about what we were doing because we were immigrating illegally. So it was a huge thing for me as a 12-year-old. And that year, I dislocated my knee, first time ever in my whole life. It was trauma from what was happening in my life, from what I was going through, that I couldn't speak. It was trauma stuck in my knee. And then I had issues with the knee several times throughout my life until I had Peter, and then that stopped. Now I came back again. So it came back, and because now I'm doing the work, and because I know how to put things together, I started thinking back. I was like, okay, when did this happen? I remember that it happened at that time. I remember that was a huge trauma for me, which it didn't feel like a big trauma for me while I was going through it, because it's just life as a kid. That's just life. That's what happens, right? So I didn't realize, and putting everything together, all of these things, I was able to like really move through a lot of this all stuck energy. If you have been going through tough stuff where like all stuff is coming up for you, this is the energy. Most of my clients that I've spoken with this week have had things and issues like this happen, like the childhood, the childhood trauma, the inner child work is what we're talking about here in doing. And so yeah, right, Wade, it is amazing. So and I have worked with many healers about myself during my journey to help me move through that, and I have been told that experience that I had with immigrating here was much bigger than I was giving it credit, or much bigger than I was even admitting to or wanting to see. And people can tell you things, but you can still be like, yeah, right, and that means I believe you, but I don't really believe you because I feel fine, and it can't really be true because I'm cool or I'm strong or I'm whatever, right? But no, the body remembers. The body stores your trauma somewhere in your body. So think back, what part of your body have you had issues with throughout your life? What part of your body is the part that whenever something happens, that's the part that you get hurt on, right? It's probably that you have some stuck trauma there that you have had through something that happened in your childhood. And so you put this together, you're like, oh my gosh, I can remember the first time that X happened and it hurt this part of my body. Here it is continuing to happen, is called stuck trauma. Your body remembers, your mind doesn't, because it goes into the subconscious, right? Consciously you're thinking about it, you're thinking, I'm tough, I'm strong, I can do it, I moved through it, blah blah blah. Subconsciously your body's going, that was really tough for you as a child. That was really, really tough for you as a child. And because you're not expressing it or not able to, then we're going to store it in this part of your body. And it's going to keep on showing up for you until you move through it. So think about this. And so today, oh wait, it's going, sounds like what I'm going through. Oh my gosh. And okay, yes. And so today, in honor of the inner child, today's healing is going to be about healing the inner child. Okay, so if you're here now, or if you're here now in the future, meaning it's your present, my future, I want you to focus or think of something that you have issues with in your body, right? So like for me, I'm gonna definitely work on my knees today. You notice I'm actually sitting on my bed with my legs straight out, just like to allow them to rest and to heal. So think of something in your body that you get hurt or that you usually get sick with, right? It's your feet and your legs. Okay, wait, yeah, there you go. By the way, when you hurt your knees, your ankles, right? Your feet, these are the parts that give you freedom and mobility. Your knees allow you to flex, be flexible. So a lot of times when we hurt our knees, it's because we are not being flexible. We are not allowing things to change or to move. We want things to be straight. This is the way that I want it to be, and that's it. We're not being flexible in things about life, and that's why we hurt our knees. Same thing with your ankles, is the stability of walking, right? So if you're walking, you hurt your ankle, what happens? Can't walk, right? You're stuck. You're like limping, you're jumping on one leg, you're squatting on your butt like I did when this happened to me last year. It's also about not being able to let go of things and the way that you think that they should happen, instead of allowing things to happen for you and be shown to you in a way that may not be the way that you thought about, but it's actually going to be better for you. Does that make sense? Hi, Christina. Digestive system and ear, nose, and throat. Okay. Hi, Glenda. Okay. So digestive system, right? And ear, nose, and throat. Okay. Ear, nose, and throat. First of all, let me tell you guys, when I was a kid, when I was a child, of course I didn't know this back then. I just know this now because now I'm putting it together because now I do the work, right? Throat. Whenever I got sick as a child, I would always get a sore throat. Always. It didn't matter how the flu or the cold started or came to me, I would always end up with a sore throat. Not only that, I would always have a nosebleed. I suffered from nosebleeds as a child, all the way until we moved to the States, which was very interesting because I remember thinking that it was like an on thing, like it didn't matter, like anything would happen, my nose would just bleed, right? Okay, throat. Anything with the throat, ear, nose, throat, all of that, it's your throat chakra, right? If you have a sore throat, if you can't speak, if you're coughing, all of this is because your inner child has felt suppressed, that you cannot speak your truth. There's something that you've been wanting to say, right? Maybe something is unfair, but you can't speak about it because you're the child. And if you speak about it, perhaps you'll get beaten or you'll get punished for saying something because you're the child. And so that is a suppressed inner child cannot speak. This is obviously something that happened to me as well because I was always suffering from a sore throat. That's my throat chakra. My throat chakra has always been closed. When I have worked with other healers, it's like the first thing they say is like your throat chakra. So I'm obviously always working on my own throat chakra still. And I say still because this is an ongoing journey. This is not something that you're like, okay, did it, my throat chakra is open, I feel amazing, great, and I'm done with it. No, because more and more things from your past keep coming up, resurfacing, until you go and clear it from the root. Like, what was the first time that made you feel on your throat that you couldn't speak your truth, that you couldn't say what you wanted for whatever reason, right? So that's what that looks like. All right, so today we're doing an inner child healing. It's going to be super powerful. The energies around it are really supporting it. I told you, most of my clients this whole week, actually week and a half, have had this inner child issues come up for them, and that includes myself. Oh my gosh, like I had such breakthroughs yesterday. It was amazing. Like I was on the verge of tears by I'll tell you this like last one little story before I do the healing. um, so I gave up sugar, right? I gave up sugar, and it's a stimulant for the body. That sugar does not allow your body to heal. Okay, just so you know. Like I'm not talking about fruit sugar. I'm talking about fruit juices or anything else that has added sugar. So when you consume sugar, your body cannot heal itself. Period. Okay. It because it's a stimulant for the body that your body has to work through to get rid of first. And you know how we are. We're always eating. Most of the stuff have sugar. I mean, most of the stuff in the United States have sugar. Look at the bread. It has sugar, right? And there's like over like 300 different types of sugar that are hidden in the ingredients with different names, right? Sucrose, glucose, whatever, all kinds of things. Just look it up. Just do a search. There's so much sugar in everything. So we're always consuming the sugar. The sugar stimulates our body to want more sugar. We eat more things with sugar. It's a vicious cycle we can't stop. So I stopped eating sugar. And yesterday, I was at a low point because I was having a really hard time walking. Because my knees were big and swollen and hurting. And so I'm sitting there eating my salad, and there's like honey at the table because my son had a sore throat, so the honey was out. And I was like, I really want some honey. So I did. And I was like saying to myself, but I sure, I gave up sugar. I don't want to start again. All the stuff. Like I had like the angel and the devil food people like talking to each other. And I'm like, I'm just going to have it. So I go and I put a little bit of honey on this teaspoon. And as soon as that honey touched my lips, I started to cry. And like just thinking about it, now I'm feeling emotional again because this is so big for me. And this would not have happened for me had I not already given up sugar. I was able to remember this instance and the connection that I have with sugar because I had given it up, because I am more open to the connection, because I am receiving more, and because my body was not eating the sugar, right? And so as soon as I put that spoon in my mouth, my soul traveled back all on its own to my childhood of me feeling that my older sister was the quote-unquote favorite because she was the oldest and because she was good at everything. She really was. She was like valedictorian everywhere. She always did everything good. And then my younger brother was the favorite because he was the boy. And so here I am in the middle. And then I put all of these things together. I have been using sugar for comfort myself since I was a child. And it was this whole feeling of I'm not good enough, this belief that I'm not good enough. Now when I tell you something else about this feeling of that we humans inherit of feeling that we're not good enough. The feeling of feeling that we're not good enough comes from the separation that you are just this poor little human body with no powers, with no abilities, with nothing. And you're separate from source, the God, creator, the angels, anything else that's beautiful and divine. We believe that we're separate. And so then we believe we're just this one little person. And then we feel like we're not good enough, or we're worthless, or we are any of those really low frequency words. Not true. When you remember, and this is why we do in dream weaving, you guys, we remember that you are one with all, one with the divine. The divine creator is in part of you. When you remember that you are one with it, then you're like, oh, actually, I was never alone. Actually, I've always been connected. Actually, I am loved beyond my wildest dreams at all times, right? And so that feeling of being worthless or not good enough when you're comparing yourself to other humans. I was comparing myself to my siblings, which all siblings do this, by the way. And all siblings think that the other one is the favorite, by the way. My sister thought that I was the favorite. My brother thinks me or my sister are the favorite. We all thought that we were the last ones. So it's just something that we as humans create. It's not true for any of us. Just letting you know that if you're like feeling this, or you're feeling I'm the oldest, I'm the youngest, I'm the one in the middle, everybody feels the same. Okay, so just know that deeply inside. It comes from that separation. So remembering that you are one with the divine, that you are one with everything the creator, then you're like, oh, of course, right? Because if you believe that the creator, God, the angels, divinity is amazing, beautiful, pure, unconditional, infinite love, then that's you. Because you are part of it. You are created from it. You are a tentacle of the whole being, right? So you're part of it. You cannot be separated. You cannot. This is why when people suffer from deep depression and end up taking their lives because they're like, oh, that's it. I just want to end it. They cannot. You cannot end your life. You can end your human life, but you cannot end your existence because you're an infinite being. And as soon as you go on the other side, you're like back to being connected with all of it. All right, I'm getting off track here. Christina says, is that true for 100% dark chocolate? Just look at the ingredients, Christina. There are chocolate nibs that have no sugar. I bought them. They're nasty. They've been nasty to me. Like it doesn't taste like anything. It's so bitter. I cannot take it. So just look at the ingredients. If the only ingredient in the 100% dark chocolate is chocolate, then you're okay. I mean, not I don't know if they put other things in chocolate, but if it has any type of sweetener, whether it's like a regular sugar, a natural sugar, or a synthetic sugar, or a, one of those like Splenda or Slenda, or whatever those things are, that is added sugar. Okay. They have all different things, and it's also chemical, right? It's not coming from a tree or from a plant or from the ground. So optimally, we would want to be eating things that are coming out of nature from organic soil. All right, getting off that, now I'm going to start the inner child healing today. It's going to be so powerful. So you guys who have been here already have already identified a part of you that always gets sick or always gets hurt, right? And so now we're going to start by taking a couple of deep breaths in and out. So breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. In through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale light. Exhale fierce. Oh, that was a big one. That tells me that everyone in here, including myself, has a lot of fear stuck in the bodies, because when I said that, it felt huge, right? So be aware of this. Be aware that we're holding fear within our bodies. It almost feels as the fear of coming face to face with the culprit of your pains, your illness that you have had repeated. Because that's what it felt like to me, right? Like I was feeling very emotional when all of this came to a conclusion for me yesterday. And I'm obviously just giving you the short side of it. It was much bigger, but okay. Good. So now we're releasing that fear. My guides are asking us to use more energy to remove fear. So imagine a horseshoe magnet right in front of you, about 1.5 feet in front of you. It's really big. And then another horseshoe magnet behind you, about 1.5 feet behind your upper back. And now allow all of your fears to be pulled out of your body into these magnets. So the magnets are pulling the fears, the doubts, pulling the pain, the sadness, the anger, the jealousy, all of these words, anything that comes up for you that like as a word or as a thought, allow it to just be taken away by these huge magnets. I actually see them as like little dark shadows moving into the magnets and being pulled onto there. Very good. And now we're going to send these magnets up to the universe, up to be transmuted into love. Good. So now we're feeling much lighter, much cleaner. Now I want you to imagine yourself at the top of this stairway that has 5 steps. You're going to go down to the 4th step, and you're going to let go of any doubts that you may have right now. Go down to the 3rd step, and I want you to fill yourself with light. So breathe in light, begin to see your body glowing in this light. Go down to the 2nd step, and now really see your body glowing in this light. Maybe you see a color. Notice what color is showing up for you. So see yourself, your body glowing in this beautiful energy color. And if you want to share what color showed up for you, you can. You can do it now, you can do it later. Because the color also has something to do with what part of your chakras you are working with and what specific part of you needs more loving. Go down to the 2nd step. And now you see at the bottom this huge door. It's a wooden door. Notice what this door looks like for you. Go down one more step and you begin to walk towards your wooden door. It has a number as an address. Notice what number shows up for you, and also keep this in mind because it also has meaning. Now I want you to open up this door and just stand outside of it. Just open it. When you open it, you see bright light coming from the other side. And it's a very warm, inviting light. You really want to go in there, so you will. Cross over the path of this door. Feel a shift in your body. And then see that door close behind you. Here I want you to look right in front of you. There's a huge mirror. You can see yourself as you are right now. Your beautiful face, your beautiful body, your divine self. And you look amazing because you're glowing from that beautiful light. It's almost as if you've never seen yourself like this before. This is the closest connection you have seen of yourself, of your body. That gorgeous body that allows you to experience life as a human. Be grateful for your body. And love yourself. Love that image on this mirror. Good. And now I want you to turn your gaze towards the left. And I want you to see a little child there. This child is about 7 or 8 years old. And this is you. This is your inner child at 7 or 8. So that would be about 2nd, 3rd grade. Walk towards that child. Child turns towards you. And the child has some type of pain, heartache. And it could be a physical pain, something this child needs comforting. And whatever this child is showing you is connected to the area of your body that you pinpointed before studying today. They're showing you this wound. They're showing you how it happened. And because it's you, you can feel the feels. You can feel what this little child feels as they explain to you and tell you. And it's almost as if as this child tells you its troubles, its fears, what happened, they begin to feel lighter and brighter, and they begin to smile because they're giving you their fears, their troubles. And you're taking them in, and notice how as you take them in, you connect them to the part of your adult body that you usually have resistance in. Now I want you to embrace that child. Let them know that you're here for them. You hear them, you see them, you love them. Embrace the child. Allow yourself to feel the love from the child, and allow that child to feel your love, unconditional, infinite love. Let them know that they are safe. Let them know that you're here to listen to them. Let them know that from now on, you will always come to their rescue whenever they need you. Always. All they need to do is think about you or something that's bothering them, and you're right there, listening to them, allowing them to express their feelings, their fears, and give them to you. And then you can embrace them and reassure them. And now it's time to say goodbye. You can always come back here. So you say goodbye to your inner child. I want you to look towards your right. And on your right, you're seeing a future version of you. And this future version of you, it's beautiful, strong, and healthy. So joyful and happy. This is the version of you that's already healed. This is the version of you that has taken your inner child's wounds and transmuted them into love, because you can do that. You can choose to do that. You don't have to feel that pain and keep it in your body anymore. You can feel that pain, acknowledge it, and then turn it into love. How do you do that? You feel the pain. Let's say it's a sore throat. Feel it. Feel the sore throat. Feel that inability of speaking my truth. And then send love to your throat. Send love, 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 until that feeling of I can't, I won't, it hurts, disappears, because it's being replaced by the energy of love and acceptance. And on your right is you, that future you. This is where you're going. This is your life. So happy, so joyful, so abundant, so healthy, so strong, so amazing. As you have found your way to do the things that you want to do without being judged, and making a difference in everyone that comes along your way. Such an amazing, incredible feeling to be here. Know that this is available for you right now. Wow, coming right back to center, seeing that image in front of you in the mirror. Notice that you look even lighter now, even brighter, even happier than before. And you turn around, you open your door, you cross over, feeling a shift in your body. You see the steps in front of you, and you quickly run up, feeling so much lighter, so much love, much better than before. You get to the top of the steps. You're able to come back into your body and open up your eyes whenever you're ready. And you can share in the comments what you felt, what you saw. Share in the comments how you're feeling. I'm feeling incredible and amazing. I raised my energy and also held space for your energy to be held at such a high frequency that I kid you not, I cannot even feel my knees right now. And that's a good thing because they were feeling like throbbing with some pain, but I'm not feeling that because when you raise your frequency, your energy frequency, you leave all of the densities, all of those ideas that you may have bought as true, all of those things fall apart and you connect with your higher self, you connect with source, you connect with your energy, your soul, the beautiful infinite part of you. And there is no body there. And then all of the ailments from your body fall off. And then this is why when you come back, you feel so much lighter, so much safer, and so much healthier. So like right now, I'm feeling amazing. Let's see. Christina says she's so pink. Wei says, I feel good and peace. Amazing. Christina's so cool. I saw the number 17. The door was huge, and then it started getting bigger too to open it. Wow. Wow. That has a lot of stuff, a lot of hidden stuff in there. So Christina, pink is one of the highest frequencies, just so that you know. You probably didn't know that, but I used to think it was violet, but you know, I think apparently it's pink. It's the highest frequency. They're also showing me a rose, so connect with the energy of the rose. And number 17, when you add them up, that's an 8. That's year 8, and that's so interesting because the year 8 and the infinity sign are the same, and we have worked with that number before as well. I know it has shown up for you, so there it is. Amazing. They're also showing me 7 for you. The one from the 17 is a critical time of your inner child, so it almost feels as is the child that you saw was 7 years old when you went back. So a lot of information coming through there. My inner child wanted to join me, come into me, so we connected as one. And the same was true for the future version of my dressed in all white, no shoes, so calm, so happy, and we connected as one as well. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Amazing. Know that you can repeat this healing, this meditation. You can repeat it, so you can save the video. I'm actually going to put it on YouTube as well, so you can save it there if you want, because sometimes it gets lost in here. I'm going to pin it, but you can repeat this because every time you do the journey, you are going to be revealed different things, different parts. And so, for example, let's say you saw a child today and it was something with the throat, and maybe you saw a specific time where you wanted to speak and you couldn't, right? The next time you might be shown a different time where you felt that you wanted to say something and you couldn't, right? And so then you heal that other part as well. And so just know that with any of the healings that I do in here, you can always continue to listen to it and repeat the meditation, because every single time you're going to get more. All right, guys, I love you so, so much. Just want to put it out there that I have an opening for Dream Within You. I am so excited. I also have Enlightenment, which is private coaching with me. You can work with me. You get like 12 to 14 sessions depending on the payment plan that you choose, and you get to use that either every week or every other week or twice a week, however you feel like doing it. So yeah, look into that. There's like a lot of different ways that I have on my website that you guys can work with me if you feel that you need more guidance through your journey and more healing, because that's what I do, guys. Okay, I love you so, so much. Oh, Christina says, thank you, that was beautiful. Wei says, thank you, you're very welcome. Glenda, thank you, you're very welcome. Glenda, Dream with You has changed my life. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I love healed so much trauma. And yes, thank you, Christina. Thank you for that testimonial. I love you so much. I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.